He's an old school mod with a modern twist who, like me, favours a ridiculous pair of trousers. Please welcome Miles Kane to the original Penguin Plugged In sessions. Hi, how are we doing?
Very good, you know. I'm excited to play some acoustic songs for you in a bit.
You look excited. We're raring to go over here.
Yeah, no, it's interesting playing in a little room, you know what I mean? It'd be cool.
Yeah, so obviously you're in London at the moment, but you're actually northern. It's got a big history of rock and rollers like yourself. Is that important to you in your tracks?
Well, that's my album's called Don't Forget Who You Are, this new record, and I think it is, you know, it's sort of, because it's made me who I am, you know, and even though you've gone and spread your wings and done things, it's sort of, you know, your old friends, and I'm very close with my mother and stuff, and where I grew up and that, and it is important to me that, you know, and it's to never forget that really, because it's easy you can get caught up in a lot of things, you know what I mean, and for me this record was like a reminder about that really, and to never forget that, and for other people as well, you know, whatever they do, you know.
Tell me a little bit about your new tunes. Well,
they're very uplifting really, and they're very direct, you know, whether you're being positive or you're talking about falling in love, or you're yearning, or you're angry, you know what I mean. I wanted to make a record that I didn't hide behind anything, and because sometimes it's easier with tunes when you're writing about feelings and stuff, you can hide it with meanings and behind mystical words, and it can sort of say, oh, does it mean that or this? And with this, I just wanted it to be so sort of honest and straight down the line. You've
had a phenomenal rise. You're everywhere. You've got fans on fans on fans. What advice would you give to people who are just starting out at the moment?
I think it's, you know, I think with me, it took me longer than I probably wanted, you know what I mean? Because I think when you want something or you've got drive, you know, you want it now, don't you? And you want it yesterday, you know, and I'm a bit like that myself, you know, but I think it's, if you always just stick to your guns and you just, you know, because I couldn't sing, you know, I used to just, at my mum's, I'd be in my bedroom and I'd just record myself on a 4-track, you know what I mean, for ages, because I was just a guitar player, and I started quite late really, you know, I didn't start singing really in a band till I was like 19, 20, you know, and it was just something that you've really got to want, and you know, like, I was awful, but, you know, and I'm still learning now, but it's like, if you want something, you know, you can do it.
So you cited David Bowie as an influence of yours. Quite kind of different to you. What is it about Bowie that you love?
Oh, well, everything really. And I remember when I was in school, me and my mate, like, got into that Ziggy Stardust, the Rise and Fall Ziggy Stardust record. And it just sort of blew my mind to hear lyrics like that, really, of, you know, these words that I'd never even heard before, and they put in these pop songs, you know, and it just sort of completely blew my mind, and his sort of transition as well, because when he started, he was like a mod and stuff, and it took him a while to find himself, you know what I mean, but I think his journey is inspiring really, and, you know, his level of work, and especially it's that record, the Ziggy Stardust one, and it reminds, I get that feeling whenever I hear it of being in school and stuff, and yeah, it just sort of it was a bit of an eye-opener, you know.